Welcome to the Man Cave podcast. We are back, a little bit different this time because where we at? Roku TV app. Make sure y'all download that. It's a whole lineup all day. You can get great podcasts, great sports talk, whatever. Just tune in. Just tune in, man. It's gonna be great. It's something big getting built here. But we appreciate the opportunity for sure. So every Tuesday at 6:30. Make sure y'all tune in.
Hit that button. Hit that button. Follow, like, subscribe. Get on that Northeast Sports streaming program. That is where you need to go for the Roku.
Yep, salute. And y'all know what we do here, man. Sports, more sports.
All of these sports.
All of the sports. It's what we do because we love it. It's beautiful. So with that being said, because, got a certain time slot, a little bit different now. So it's going to be about an hour every week. So just sit back and enjoy the ride. But we are going to start with the NBA because the NBA is back in full swing. Had about 4 or 5 games, depending on the team. Some good action. The biggest thing so far is James Harden and PJ Tucker going to the Clippers. Now, the Clippers gave up 4 players, not Batum and Covington, which Covington is a 3-and-D guy. Batum, you're not really worried about him. They gave up a lot of draft picks, though. A lot of draft picks, so their future is done. And with that little piece right there, and then the fact that Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Harden, and Russ are all free agents after this season. We know Steve Ballmer. We know Steve Ballmer worth about $50 million, $50 billion or some crazy stuff. So he don't care to go over the. So, like, if it was you in this same position, would you have traded for a Harden who hasn't been the same Harden? He's ball dominant. You already got Russ who's ball dominant, and we know how Russ feel about coming off the bench. So you have to play them together. Like, would you have done that? And do you think that benefits the Clippers, or does that? I mean, of course, it makes them a little bit better, but what do you think about that?
I don't know. You literally took all your chips and you pushed them in. You're going all in.
And it ain't been working.
That's what you're doing right here because, again, you added Harden. You're thinking, all right.
Oh, no. Is it technical difficulties? I think it's technical difficulties because I can't – you froze on me, Mike. But you froze on me, man. I don't know. The crazy technical difficulties, but it's all right, though. Go ahead.
Man, I don't know why it's doing it, but
I don't either. But yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
But again, you want George and Kawhi to be hoping. You're hoping they are. You're hoping Harden and Russ can still have that same mojo they did back in the day, and they can feed off each other. That nobody is overly ball hoggish, and PJ Tucker being the 3-and-D he is, the veteran he is, maybe he can add that presence of keeping all these egos chilled the hell out. But again, I don't know.
Well, I got a caveat for you. Russ and James Harden has been number 1, Russ number 1, Harden number 2 for the past 6 or 7 years in turnovers. Do you think that plays a part? Because we've seen Russ last year with the Lakers turning the ball over in the fourth quarter, losing games. And with the Clippers, he played a little bit better. But when you have to give both of those guys minutes. They both have to play. They both need the ball. We know Paul George and Kawhi Leonard at some point going to be injured and not want to play. Like, it's been happening for like 6-7 years. It's been crazy, man. So I don't think it made them a title favorite at all. I'm probably the furthest person away from that analogy. I don't even see that happening because we know Kawhi and Paul George. They got to hope that they're there at playoff time. So mortgaging your future like that is fine. You got PJ Tucker, that's good. But what are you going to do when all these guys? Because all these guys are free agents, man. Are you going to re-sign all of them? Like somebody, like what are you going to do? Because I think Harden going to go right back to Houston. They all, what's so crazy? All 4 of them is from LA and grew up in LA. All 4 of them. So Harden might resign.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna do it or what the thought process is. I think they're just trying to, hey, we're gonna have blackjack here. We're putting everything in. We got that royal flush, is what they're thinking, type shit. And I don't think they have it. Like you said, the injuries, all this stuff. If somehow it meshes, and I think that's why another adding Harden is all right, cool. The other two start going down, then at least you got Russ and Harden. Maybe they can carry some games until they're back, whatever. But I don't know. We've seen this try before, but these are two of the craziest egos with Russ and Harden.
Harden, and the two most controversial players in the past, 4 seasons, maybe. And I will see, man. I think they'll be fine. Like, they'll be a good team, but all this championship talk is just crazy for me.
And I hate when they do
Harden
that.
did this. He got out of Houston, wind his way out of Houston, however you want to put that, went to Brooklyn. 2 iterations of a big 3 with Kyrie and then Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 iterations, none of it worked. Yeah. You get to Philly, none of it works. Joel Embiid, Tobias, Maxey. Like, Maxey done turned into a franchise player, and it still didn't work. And I just don't see it happening here. But you never know, man. You never know. If Kawhi stay healthy all season and him and Paul George are there, and all of those guys are there in the playoffs, yeah, they could be scary then. They could be scary then. We know they're gonna beat the Lakers. They done beat the Lakers the last 11 times, so we know they're gonna beat them. But speaking of the Clippers, they beat the Spurs by 40 on Sunday with Wembanyama, all the hype around him. His floor is 11 points. That was his debut, or not his debut. He had 15 and he had 11. His ceiling right now is 21 points, but he's getting a lot of fouls. He a beam pole, so he's not really looking strong at all. Like, they banking. He just went 0 for 6 from 3 in that game that they lost by 40. He wants to be Steph Curry, and how do you think that affects? Like, what type of game you think he need to play? He trying to play like he did overseas, where you just bigger and stronger than everybody. No, you're not strong enough over here. You need to get you 7'4". Get on the block, eat the paint up. He ain't even had a double-digit rebound game yet,
and that's a huge problem.
That is
that big, and you haven't had a double-digit rebound game. Stop shooting so many threes, dude.
Yes.
Stop that shit. Like, I hate when these big men think that that's what they can do now. Like, hey, it's part of the game. No.
What's wrong with the mid-range, man?
Get the boards, dude. This is ridiculous.
What's wrong with the mid-range, Mike?
I don't know.
Tell me what I missed those days.
Let me ask you, you hit a mid-range, you get some points, right?
Yes. And now
get the problem with this.
Yes, and that changes the defense. Yes, that changes the defense when you hit mid-range shots. Like, they have to guard that. You know what I'm saying? They have to now, because you ain't just if Wembanyama get in that paint, hit some mid-range shots. Don't worry about the 3 unless it come to you. If it's a play ran and it happens. But I feel like to go 0 for 6 at 7'4" as a center from 3. That's not good. That's Pop. What are you doing? Is that him, or is that Popovich, or is it a little bit of both? Like, what's going on with him?
It could be a little both. My thing is, I don't. Where'd the pick and roll or the pick and pop at the elbow? Where'd all this go?
Tony Parker. When Tony Parker left the Spurs, that pick and roll shit was over.
Well, I'm talking about any team. There's not a lot of teams.
Tony Parker was, and then Rondo did a lot of that.
With KG, but
that really has been a lost art,
and that's the problem, because I think that could come back in a big way. And those big men, Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, if they could perfect that, because Mobley can hit that mid range, he can kill the mid range. Again, they need to perfect that. Bring back that old school way of ball, because that's fundamentals. That's real basketball, not this. We're all going to shoot threes and see how many threes each team can have. Whoever has the most at the end wins. That's trash.
And a lot of these teams shooting like 30-something% from 3. Nobody really shooting high percentage. But look at Jokic, man. Look at the Nuggets. They play inside out.
Yes.
They play inside out. And Jokic grabbing all the boards. He getting all the points, but he adding assists because they playing inside out. You got to double him in the paint. That's leaving people open all over the court. If Wembanyama dominates in the paint, they have to double team him. Now he can be an assist man from the paint. That's called a playmaker. He can be a playmaker from the paint. You got to play inside out. The game, Curry changed the game. These past 6-7 years, it's been 3-3-3-3-3, just all threes. But I think this is about to change. It's about to start to change back to what it used to be, because if this don't work with Wemby shooting all these threes and all this stuff, and that's not working, Pop's gonna change all of that, and that's gonna change the NBA. Watch, he's gonna go back. Yeah, Jokic already showing you.
He needs to use Wemby just like he used Duncan.
Right.
Use him like him, man. Right. You have a special, rare talent, dude. Right. Wemby can be that dude. He can actually be the big fun, and he might even be better than him because he's taller and he has that defensive aspect to him. Even though Duncan, dude, he was a killer in defense. Never won a Defensive Player of the Year award, crazy. Like we saw. Well, like we saw.
So crazy to me.
And that is nuts, because you would have thought on all those defensive teams, first defensive teams, like, dude, what? He just wasn't flashy. Like, his defensive players weren't flashy.
Popularity, man. You got to be, if they got to like you, because you got to think, peers vote for like half of that, or however, whatever the percentage is, and then coaches and stuff like that vote. Then they got the fan vote. So it's the percentages is weird. But if they don't like you, or you ain't popular, not that they don't like you, but if you're not the flashy guy that's in the media, that's always on highlights, that everybody's talking about, you probably won't get these awards, and you deserve it. You know what I mean? Marc Gasol got a Defensive Player of the Year that he need to take to Brentwood and give to LeBron. You know what I mean? 12. He need to go take that to him, because he was second team all defense, but somehow, you know what I mean, he got it over a first team, clearly the best defender that year. You know what I mean? But that's his popularity at the time. The team he was on, it was just that time. You know what I mean? LeBron was still hated because he left Cleveland. Dan Gilbert did all that shit, and then they lost to the Mavs. And then the following year, he was still hated. They still wasn't messing with LeBron like that. He wasn't popular at the time. He had to go win that championship to let everybody. That changed everything.
A lot
when
of
he
things.
won the championship that year, it changed everything. So you got to be popular. But Wemby, I think he's going to be a great player. I just don't think he's going to be that great guy. Like, look at Yao. Like, Yao was a monster. You know, I mean, look at all these tall dudes that was monsters, that 7'5" and 6. But how long did they last? Because their bodies is too, you know what I mean? Their bones too thin. So he got to get some weight on him for sure. Wemby, yeah. He had 5 fouls in like 2 games, maybe, or something like that. He got a foul problem too, because he want to block all the shots. So I think he need to relax. Pop need to tone him down a little bit. But we'll see. Of course, Dame Dollar. We go to the Bucks. Dame Dollar looking good with the Bucks. Went out there, dropped 39. But you know what's so crazy? In that debut game, Giannis only had 15 points. Now, if that's how this is gonna go, they won't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Did you see what happened? If it was last night or the other night?
What? No, what happened? Tell the people. I seen it, but I don't know.
You know how many points Dame scored then?
How many he scored?
6.
Dame. Yeah.
So he had that big debut, and then he come out 6.
Did they win that game?
To be honest, I was more about the 6 points than I was about anything else.
Yeah, because what was that, Sunday?
I
think it might have been Sunday.
I'm gonna look.
Bucks Hawks, they lost by 17 points. Yeah, Giannis had 26.
No, that wasn't that game, because
Dame had 6 points. Dame had 6 points, 2 for 8. He was 2 for 12 from the field. Yeah, they lost 127 to 110 to the Hawks. Giannis had 26 and 11.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Sunday. That was
it was Sunday. I'm on it right now.
Oh yeah, it was Sunday. Damn, I was looking at Monday. I missed my days.
Look at this though. This is why I don't think the Bucks is going to win the championship this year. Look at this though. They got Malik Beasley, of course. He scored 18 points. That's an anomaly though. He's not going to do that every single night. Dame had 6. Lopez 3 rebounds, but he shot 5 3-pointers. Only made 2. He had 13 points. Jay Crowder.
Hold on. See, go back to that. Brook.
Yes.
Lopez.
Yes.
Doesn't shoot threes ever. When his career in college at Stanford, all this other stuff, first time in the NBA in Brooklyn, this dude did not shoot threes.
Right. Now he's a 3-point shooter. Mike, do you know that Malik Beasley shot 4 for 10 from 3, Lillard 2 for 8 from 3, Lopez 2 for 5, Jay Crowder was 0 for 3 with 2 points. And then they bench Bobby Portis, of course, he does his job. 0 for 2 from 3. Like they shot 36%. They shot 16 for 44 from 3.
See,
what is going on when you got Bobby Portis, Giannis, and Brook Lopez? Would you get to the paint? That's all I'm saying. Inside out.
It's what they say. You live and you die by the three.
And you know what? The Hawks shot 15 for 37, which is a little bit better, 40%. But their bench had 17 from Bogdanovich, 4 for 7 from 3, 13 and 9 rebounds from Sadiq Bey, 14 for Congo, however you say his name. He had 14 off the bench. So, and then your starters, all of them, everybody had over 10 points as a starter. But the part that makes the difference is their bench had 3 players over 10 points. That's got to mean something. Like you got to play. I'm just saying, the game today is all about who can make the most threes, and you either live and die by the 3. You don't win by the 3 all the time. You live and you die by that 3, and a lot of times you die by that 3.
All right, listen, we can go on all day about this 3-pointers and how basketball should be played and what's going on. Let's get to that sport that just beat them up sport. Let's get to that football.
Oh yeah, you talking about football? Yeah. We can go right to football. I mean, I want to throw in the Suns real quick because Booker and Bill ain't playing. Are they already dealing with injuries? KD
this early in the year, multiple teams: Cavs, Suns, the Lakers, a little bit here. Everybody's dealing with some shit. Scoot Henderson looks like trash out there. They're complaining about him. There's a lot of shit that they're talking already at the beginning of this NBA season.
And nobody's healthy, man. So it's gonna be an interesting season. We're gonna see, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think the Nuggets probably gonna repeat, man. I'm still sticking with that. They ain't lost yet. Don't look like nobody gonna beat them no time soon. I'm just saying. But that was NBA is early, so it ain't too much to talk about. We hit the key points every week. We'll bring y'all what we can bring y'all. Everything ain't important. It's a lot more stuff, but everything ain't important. But what is important is Kirk Cousins tearing that ACL in a year where he was probably not going to be on the Vikings after this year or maybe the following year.
Yeah.
How bad, of course, it affects them. And then Justin Jefferson's out. Like the Vikings might as well rebuild. It's over for Cousins. And in Minnesota.
That's why they went out and traded for Josh Dobbs and bring him in, hoping he can do some magic like he was doing out there.
Roku?
Huh?
Roku, can I smoke my cigar?
Nah, I don't. Yeah, why not? You're smoking a cigar.
Okay.
But
cigar, Roku.
But my thing is Cousins goes down, Jefferson's down for at least another game, or he might be coming back.
Yeah.
The season's done. Even though they're 7th right now, if you playoffs right now, I guess the way it works, they're 7th.
Would you bring Justin Jefferson back without just because Kirk Cousins is done for? I think they just brought in Dobbs because the Cardinals cut him. I would
Cardinals didn't cut him. They traded him.
No, I thought they let him go. They traded him.
No, they benched him and then traded him for a 6th pick. They did
a
pick
swap. Okay.
I just 7th round pick swap.
What I seen said they released him, but I guess they meant like they just got rid of him. But I would let Justin Jefferson get fully healthy. Don't try to come back. You cool, just chill.
I mean, I wouldn't rush him, no, by any means. I mean, what's going on now. I wouldn't rush.
He cool. It's pointless. You got an injury. Why am I going to bring you back to risk re-injury and any of that? And we ain't even got a chance to do nothing. Nah, chill.
That's your star for years. This isn't just a star for next year. This year. Years,
bro. We already halfway through the season. You're done. Unless we got a chance at the end, don't even worry about it, bro. Just chill.
Yeah. If Josh Dobbs comes in and does some magic, and Adson and Osborne,
then that's different.
And Akers and all them pull something together, and they pull something out, and they win games, and they stay relevant.
Then that's different. That's like if Chase go down right now, we don't like, and then Burrow go down. It's like, all right, man, don't even let Chase chill, man. Like he cool. We still got T and Boyd. You know what I mean? Let him chill. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it from that perspective because I got the same type of wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers out there. One of them, not the one of them. You know what I mean? So I just think Justin Jefferson needs to chill. Don't come back. You chill. Kirk Cousins, let him rehab, see what he can do, get back. Aaron Rodgers gave him some advice, so we'll see. He need to talk to Carson Palmer because Carson Palmer had an injury back in the day, and that was an anomaly. He came back so quick and as quick as he did, so he need to talk to him. But speaking of the Bengals, man, we put the beats on them 49ers and in San Francisco. They ain't lost there. They ain't lost there since last October. It's been over a year, and they got that. Hey, bro, listen. They couldn't. We only gave up 17 points, but we scored 31, and we rushed for 130 something yards on that stout defense. Mm-hmm. What did you take away from the San Francisco side of that? Like, listen, Brock, go ahead.
For the last 3 games now. You see
3 in a row.
3 in a row. Yeah, for the last 3 games, 3 in a row they've lost. You've seen what teams can do against this.
When they're down,
the run game.
Yeah, when they down, Brock Purdy can't bring them back.
He can't do that. The defense suffers. They do have a weakness, and you see it. Their secondary is a huge weakness. But if the run game gets past that second level, it's over. And that's what you're doing. And if you can hold CMC and keep him in that box and keep him from explosive plays, then you make Purdy have to do the job, and he cannot do the job. He is not that elite guy. To me, I don't know why he played.
He got to have all that. He got to have all that.
He got out of concussion protocol. His elbow, I think, still affecting him. I would have sat him. They got the bye week and rested him and just let Sam Darnold go out there and be like, all right, cool. If we lose, we lose.
See, I think it ain't. I don't even think it got nothing to do with none of that. I think Brock Purdy if he's down, all the games that they've been losing, they've been down. Like when it's time to come back, he can't. He don't have enough if all his guys aren't doing what they're supposed to do. Well, he got to have all the talent around him to be successful. So if MCM running for over 100, they're probably gonna win that game because if Kittle going crazy and everybody just going crazy, getting open left and right, that's easy. That's easy. I just go out there and hit the open man, or just hand the ball to CMC, and it's over with. Like that's the game. But when that doesn't happen, he does not have the tools to get the job done, and that's what I've been seeing from Brock Purdy.
Well, in that Browns game, he did lead the team right down the field to get that last drive. You know, they missed a field goal for the win, so that's he did that. But again, yes, if he's down some points, again, that Vikings game, all that happened. But he got hit. When he got that concussion, he threw an interception literally the next play.
Yeah. He should have had 3, but they said he got hit low. Get out of here, man.
Well, he got hit low with that concussion when he was going in. Dude, how he got that concussion was crazy. He got rocked. That was helmet to helmet. That could have broke his damn neck.
Yeah, he definitely got rocked. But I just at some point, Kyle Shanahan got to change things up because his whole thing has been all the talent in the world, mediocre quarterback. That's all we've been seeing from Shanahan since he's been a 49ers coach. Go back to the game, the Falcons and the Patriots. He was the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And couldn't do nothing in the second half. So it's not just Brock Purdy. It's got something to do with him too. You know what I mean? Like he don't care about the elite quarterback. He just want to have all the talent in the world.
Well, it's his problem. He's got a toy, and if his toy can't work, then he has an issue. Like CMC is his pride and glory right now, and he wants to use that workhorse like it's no tomorrow.
Right.
The thing is Purdy's not elite, but they're forcing him to go out there and do this stuff right now, and they traded away Trey Lance. I think they got rid of Trey Lance way too early.
Me too.
They should have let Trey Lance start this season, let Purdy fully heal instead of rushing him back. Yeah. Let Trey Lance play. And then, dude, you have by the deadline. If Lance does good or doesn't do good, Purdy comes back, does good, fine. Then, yeah, you can still trade him, but you got rid of him way too soon. Then you got Sam Darnold, who Lance outplayed this dude in training camp from 49er fans everywhere. I mean, Ted Talks. I was on his show. He said he went to training camp, saw Trey Lance dog this dude in training camp, straight out through him. And they still got rid of him. Now what do you got if Purdy goes down or if Purdy starts really shitting the bed here? You're screwed.
Well, right now, the beds, they might want to get somebody in to change the sheets because it ain't looking good. But speaking of CMC, man, we had the conversation about the best running back, man, and I don't know if I'm not just because of this game against the Bengals, but him and Alvin Kamara got drafted the same year, and they literally got identical numbers. Alvin Kamara just leading in like 4 or those I think Christian McCaffrey leading in like 2, and he got the rest. So I honestly don't know. I think because right now Kamara is the Saints. Like Kamara is doing everything, receiving, running. He's doing every single thing he needs to do. So I mean, I might have to change that from Christian McCaffrey to Kamara because I really don't pay. We don't see the Saints a lot. We in Ohio, so we don't really see the Saints a lot. But yeah, that boy Kamara, boy.
Kamara's the dog. But
they 1-2. They both 1 and 2. They 1 and 2. However you put them, to me, that's the 2 best running backs.
It's a 1A, 1B thing. But I'll tell you right now, I still stay Chubb. If Chubb's not hurt, Chubb's the guy to me.
Yeah, and you are right about that. But see, the only thing about Chubb is those other two guys do a lot in the receiving. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I would put Chubb at 3. But rushing, no. Chubb is the best rusher. He's the best runner when he's healthy in the league. But I'm talking about just the running back position out the back. Those 2 guys is different.
And that's what pisses me off about this year and him getting hurt because they were going to use him more in the receiving, and we were going to see a whole other side of that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ifs and buts, whatever, all that shit. But I don't know. Like, see, Kamara's carrying the Saints right now. He's doing everything. Just like CMC was carrying the Panthers, and we saw that's all we heard about was CMC at the Panthers because that's all there was. Yep. Now CMC on a team that has all these stars and has all this stuff, he really doesn't have to do what he did before.
Yeah.
Even though he has that record going of scoring a touchdown in how many 17, I think it is, or something, crazy like that. 17 straight games. That's nuts.
He second to Marshall Faulk. It's 14, and Marshall Faulk got 15.
All right, 14. Yeah, something. It's still crazy.
Yes, 14. Marshall Faulk got 15. He'll pass Marshall Faulk he'll tie Marshall Faulk in the next game. He gonna get at least 1 touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, as long as he's healthy, he's gonna score. That's just almost automatic.
What you think about Will Levis?
Dude,
4 touchdown passes in his debut.
3 to D-Hop. Show D-Hop's relevance all over again.
Good with Will Levis.
I mean, dude, the Kentucky boy, the Wildcat man came out and said, hey, buddy, they might call me Mayo, but I'll spread this ball all over the place. Dude, he killed it. And I'm telling you, Thursday night, they play the Steelers.
Yeah.
And right there, that game, if he comes out smoking and he doesn't have to do the same. If he plays good, 300 yards, touchdowns, and they win that game, they better never question a damn dude again. Mayo better stay out there and let him rock. Dude.
And I was one of those people to question him, but I liked him at Kentucky. I just didn't think he was like that, but he might be that. With that debut, that's different, man. That's different. He up there with CJ Stroud. Him and CJ Stroud might be just off of that one game. Like if he do something, 2 touchdowns with 300 yards or something like that, bruh, that's different. Like I didn't expect him to come out there and do that. Nah, I liked it.
Okay, that was against the Falcons, but now he's going to go against a good defense in the Steelers. Let's see if the man can keep his composure, don't get them jitters, and start throwing that ball in different directions. And
as long as they protect him, he'll be fine.
Yeah, if he's doing his thing there, shit, Titans might make a move and might come.
Bro, he looked good, man. It's just how good he looked throwing the ball, man. Like I forget all the other stuff. Forget the touchdowns, all that. He looked good playing that position.
That game right there is the reason why D-Hop and Derrick Henry are still Titans right now. If that game didn't happen like that and Will Levis came out and shit the bed and looked like trash, they would have traded both them boys and got ready for the future. The fact that he did that, they kept him.
I like to see D-Hop. I like to see D-Hop get it in, man.
Yeah, he said, hey, hold on, man. I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. PJ Walker, man, looking real good for the Browns, man. Y'all just lost Peoples Jones.
I'm all right with that. We got a 6.
You cool with that? You cool with Peoples Jones not being there?
Yeah, because we literally drafted Cedric Tillman in the 3rd round last year to pretty much move up, and I think he's going to be he's not the speedster that Peoples Jones is, but he's the big bodied, sure-handed, guy. He's going to catch that ball. He's a good route runner. He'll go up and get it, and I'm cool with that because that means Tillman's going to have more snaps, and maybe that changes a little bit of the game up and helps PJ or Deshaun or whoever the hell we got throwing the ball because I don't know.
Man, are you disappointed about the Deshaun situation, or are you still like hopeful because you a Browns fan? It's your quarterback, you know what I mean? So you
listen. I'm all right now. So many fans are up and irate about this. Look,
man, he ain't showed nobody nothing.
Listen, he showed something in the Tennessee game. He played and he looked good.
No, I'm talking about overall since he been on y'all team. He ain't showed nothing.
Listen, last year I can't say nothing again. There's a lot of crazy rust after not playing for a year and a half. I can't really be like, oh man, dude.
The price tag high, man.
That's like me and you getting up and saying, hey, we're gonna go play 48 minutes of basketball game. We would die, Jay. We would die.
Yeah, but
we're gonna be out there standing there like, oh my god.
Well, you can't simulate the game time, but if we are athlete, we're gonna be training still and all that.
All right, but still, I'm not gonna hold last year against him. This year, I think it was rough. It was rough, dude. And then I think he started to get his footing. Things were starting to come together, and then bam, he gets hurt, and now we're all up in arms about this hurt though? Because all this other shit.
Is he really hurt though? Because I keep hearing he got cleared to play and he just ain't playing. No. I keep hearing that from y'all's fans, from everything. I keep hearing that.
You know what? Here's the one thing I don't do. I don't sit there and look at Twitter or go outside and hear someone say, "Hey, Deshaun's cleared." Cool. Well, when that doctor tells me he's cleared, that's when I believe the shit. He's not. The doctor even says it goes with a rotator cuff strain. You cannot force that to go faster than what it is. It will be a couple weeks. They said 4 weeks. To be honest, he shouldn't have went out against the Colts. He should have been held out until Seattle. Is what I wanted. That's how I felt. Should have been held until Seattle, anyways.
Right.
And to be honest, I wouldn't play him in Arizona either. I hold him until Baltimore because gives him some extra time. We're going to go against a rookie quarterback because I don't think Kyler Murray's going to play. So you put PJ back out there and you let him do his thing and hope to God our run game because Pierre Strong's looking good. Hunt's looking good. Ford's looking good. The defense is the defense, and I think they'll eat that rookie up.
Yeah. And
I'm not worried about this game. I mean, we're 8.5 points.
For y'all's sake, I hope Deshaun shows up at some point in time while he on y'all's team because that's a high price tag. And
hell yeah, it is.
Like if I'm gonna pay you $230 guaranteed, man, I need you gotta have shown me something by now. But hey, like you said, you know more than I do. That's your team. So for y'all's sake, I hope he come out and he back and he do what he got to do. But the craziest thing of the weekend to me was the Giants throwing for -9 yards between two quarterbacks.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
How is that possible?
To me, all right, that's nuts. That's nuts they did that. But do you know that game had to go to overtime for the Jets to win it?
That's how, and I listen.
The Giants should have won the game.
Listen,
that's how crazy that is.
The Jets offense is trash with Zach Wilson, man. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers.
But still, you just said -9 yards, and the Giants should have still won the game. If they would have won that game, that'd have been some kind of record or some kind of crazy shit. Because, dude, what -9 yards and still have the possibility of winning a game?
And they've been saying the Jets defense this, the Jets defense that. I ain't seen it. We might have seen it, flashes of it, but for that to happen. How you throw -9 yards? Did you throw a pass and lose 9? How did you do that?
Yeah, when you do checkdowns behind the line of scrimmage and they get tackled back there, that's negative yards.
And then you don't complete a positive pass. Come on, man. What, Mike, man?
I don't.
This is crazy. This 60 minutes and you can't come on.
Hold on. It wasn't -9 yards. It was 7 yards if you put it together. 7 yards because Tyrod Taylor was 4 for 7 for 8 yards. DeVito was 2 for 7 for -1.
Bro.
So 7 yards.
7 yards, negative, whatever it is, man. That's.
I mean, look, Barkley had 128 rushing yards.
Yeah, but
Tyrod had 33.
Dog, that don't matter if you ain't throwing.
Look, you know,
That's
Waller,
crazy.
1 catch, 4 yards.
Well,
Breida, 1 catch, 4 yards.
That's horrible, man. That's horrible. But
Barkley caught 3 balls and has 0 yards.
What the hell? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. People Jones went to the Lions. I think that helps the Lions out tremendously. They got another guy that can get open out there, take some attention off of Armand.
And he's back home. He's back.
Yeah, he's back where he need to be. Montrez Sweat to the Bears. Now that could have been a big trade, but it's the Bears. So I don't think that's a big trade to me. To me, that's not a big trade because it's the Bears. If he would have went to somebody that's actually formidable, then that would have been different. But I don't really put much stock into that because it's the Bears. Like they got to protect Justin Fields before they worry about the defense. Of course, you got to have defense, but like Justin, I think they messed him up. Like his thinking ain't the same. Like this stuff he be doing, and it's like who does that? Like, come on, man. Like who does that? Like, and I think they messed him up. So that wasn't big for me. The biggest one was the glad the Niners waited till after they played us to get Chase Young. Now they got Joey Bosa on one side and Chase Young on the other.
Say that name.
Oh, my bad, Nick. My bad. Nick. I said Joey. My bad, Nick.
They were together at Ohio State.
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like now you got Nick and Chase. Watch Chase. This is where he about to show you what he really can.
Then you got Hargraves. Then you got Kinlaw. Then you got Armstead.
The
line is dogs.
Yes, I would. Fred Warner linebacker. Now I wasn't even about to get to all of that. That's just the two ends. That is about to be crazy. Now, all Brock Purdy got to do is not lose the game. This is about to get crazy.
What he got to do? Beat Trent Dilfer.
Yes.
Beat Trent Dilfer, Brock.
Or Brad Johnson or one of those quarterbacks. Yeah, that had a
Rex
great
Grossman. Beat them boys. And that defense that defense can carry you. I mean, CMC will add to it and help you just manage the game. I mean, he's not known for turnovers, but I think he's getting shaky a little bit. And that head rattle, I think this bye week comes perfect timing for that team because they need to regroup. Purdy needs to get fully focused and healthy. And I think this bye week's huge for the Niners. Huge.
This is about to get ugly, man. I'm like, But outside of that, Tyreek Hill, do you think he can win MVP this year? He halfway, because it's a quarterback's award usually. He halfway to 2,000 yards and halfway through the season, which is enough. You think right now, who do you think he could be at the top of the MVP? If somebody said he was number one on the MVP list, would you be okay with that? Because Patrick Mahomes just got 5 points in fantasy. I almost lost, Mike, because of him. But you know why I won? Because the Raiders are trash.
The Devontae Adams, dude. Hold on. Let me answer your question, then we'll move on to that bag of shit.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill is doing some shit that you don't see a lot of. I mean, Justin Jefferson had 1,800 last year or the year before, whatever. You've seen wide receivers, but this dude has 1,000 and it's halfway through the season. I mean, to me, it's crazy. Him and AJ Brown are doing some crazy things out there.
Oh yeah, AJ Brown. What he got?
He got 6. What is it? 5 or 6 games with 125 yards.
Yeah, or more. Yeah,
dude. He's got 800, I think, or something receiving yards right now. Tyreek Hill's got that G.
Yeah,
it is nuts what these receivers are doing right now.
Yeah. I like
absolutely nuts.
Yeah, I like
and
it. Go ahead.
And I mean, I was going to go ahead and go, what's even more nuts is how the hell Devontae Adams ain't being used and had 2 long wide. I mean, I'm talking about, I don't think there was a defender in 30 miles of this dude twice.
I'm going to tell you how crazy this is. I was supposed to lose. I was supposed to win, but then Patrick Mahomes, 2 interceptions. He ain't do nothing. He got 5 points. So they instantly projected me to lose because Monday night he had Devontae Adams. I had Josh Jacobs. Bro, Josh Jacobs scored 1 touchdown, had a little bit of yards, and I won because Devontae didn't do nothing because Jimmy G is probably the worst quarterback in the NFL that starts. Am I right? I'm just saying what you think. Because Jimmy G.
I don't think he's the worst quarterback in the NFL, but I think he's trash.
Who worse than him then?
Zach Wilson's worse than him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll give you
Come on, man. There's worse than him.
Starters, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. I
think Jimmy G also, again.
I'll give you that.
He's coming back from an injury, and I think that whole situation's a shit show. I think Josh McDaniels is the reason why that shit show is going on. Yeah. They need to fire that dude and find someone else. Yeah. Josh needs to go back to being a coordinator and stop with this head coaching dream shit because you can't do it, dude. You haven't been able to do it twice. You're not going to do it ever.
Mike, that's always been my thing. If you great at this, why do you want to go do that? I'm not trying to be a head coach if I'm the best offensive coordinator in the league winning Super Bowls with the Chiefs. You see Eric Bieniemy in Washington, which he got a quarterback. So they might be all right. They might be all right because I like Sam Howell. He's looking like he's the guy. But I'm gonna stay over here in Kansas City. Look at the Chiefs, man. They're doing good. They 6-2 now or something like that. 6-2 or something like that now. But that was a horrible game. Like they're winning these games like somehow, but they don't look like the same Chiefs, man. I'm telling you, they don't. I don't care what their record is. They do not look like the same Chiefs. And now that game that Mahomes had, is that a big deal? You think that's a big deal? Because that was
huge.
A horrible thing.
Huge. And I get it. And you know what people are going to say? He was sick. He was sick. They put him on the injury thing. He almost wasn't going to play, they were saying, because he was sick, like illness-wise.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll tell you right now, they have nobody to throw the ball to but Kelsey. Yeah. And if Taylor Swift ain't at the game, Kelsey's sucking anyway.
Well, they got Hartman back. They got Hartman back.
I still don't. They should have made a trade and gone They need to. I mean, they need to go get a receiver. They should have went. I was shocked they didn't make the move.
They should have got a receiver. They should have got Peoples-Jones. If anybody
Peoples-Jones would have been great for them, to be honest.
Yes,
he'd have been great.
I was shocked they didn't do nothing at the wide receiver position, but hey, that's on them.
I was shocked there was no big blockbuster move besides Chase going to the Niners, which is all right. That's a move, but there was no huge blockbuster move. Like, damn, man, nothing happened. Everybody was quiet, like it was staying pat. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. I don't know.
All right, well, we got to move on from NFL. We on a time limit, so I want to go to the NCAA. NCAA football. The playoff rankings coming out tonight. I don't know exactly what time. I saw not off the top of my head, but right now it could be Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, or Florida State. Now, out of those 4 teams, Ohio State beat 2 top 25 teams, number 10, and 2 top 10 teams. Georgia hasn't beat no top 25 teams. Michigan, I don't think has. Florida State got. I think they got one. I think they got one. So, who would you put at number 1 off a resume and all of that stuff? Everything.
I gotta be honest, and I really hate saying this.
You better not say them boys up north.
They
ain't played nobody, Mike.
I get it. I get it. No, it's the fact of how they're doing it.
I'm going with the Buckeyes.
These are not just squeaky games. They're blowing them out by 30-plus points every game.
Yes, but they're supposed to do that.
Their defense is scoring more points than some teams' offenses.
But it's
been nobody, but they're ahead of Georgia to me.
No, Georgia blown out. They've been blowing out everybody without, and they didn't win it.
Listen, Georgia almost lost to Vanderbilt and Auburn. Because 7 points?
No. Listen, their best player is injured. We know that.
It wasn't injured when they lost. when they almost lost?
Yeah, no, against Vanderbilt. No, you're right. No, you're right about that.
Vanderbilt, Auburn, no. So as far as I'm concerned, it would be that team, Georgia, us, and Florida State.
Georgia shouldn't be number 1 or 2.
They're going to be 2.
But they shouldn't be.
To be honest, they're probably going to come out as 1.
Well, I think it's going to be them or Ohio State. I don't think they're going to but Georgia ain't beat nobody, man. Like, out of those 4 teams, Ohio State got the best resume. And that's what they go off of, is your resume. So
if they do that and they put us at 1, you're going to see it all over the place.
It don't matter.
It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be because
listen.
We start slow. We're barely winning games that we should be blowing people out in.
None of that matters, though. None of that matters. You know why? Because we got the better resume. That's what the committee goes off of. Look what we just did against Penn State.
I get that, but look at what we did. We beat Notre Dame. We beat teams. We were winning, and we were still getting dropped in the rankings. Georgia was barely winning, and they were staying at 1. There's favoritism on this.
Well, but now they believe. I think now they believe in Kyle McCord, because before, we got a young quarterback that never played.
He looked like trash in the last game.
Yeah, he wasn't looking good. They wasn't giving us no credit for that. I think they believe in him now, especially after that Penn State game. The way that we did them, that's all they keep talking about. And I know the committee, we might not be number 1, but if they do, nobody can be mad about that. We have the best resume out of the top 4 teams. Like, you can't even argue it. Like, you can't even match. Like, if you match game for game, win for win, we win that battle. So I'm gonna say Georgia, Ohio State. I wouldn't be mad if they they better not put Michigan. Michigan shouldn't still be ahead of us in the playoff conversation. You know what I'm saying? In the playoff conversation, I don't think Michigan should be ahead of us, because all the teams that y'all play, we beat the same teams. Like, yeah, y'all beat them more, all that. Y'all got the same quarterback y'all done had for like 4 years. We got a new quarterback, a young quarterback. They consider all of that stuff. Our running back's been injured all season. Like, Travion Henderson probably only played 3 games this year.
To the choir. I know what it should be. It's what it's going to be.
I'm just saying they consider all this now. Ibuka, our second best receiver, injured. Like, we got a lot of injuries. Mayan ain't been playing. Like, people been injured everywhere on our team on the offense. So I think they considering that. And then that Penn State game, like the way that we did them defensively, we top 5 on defense in every single category. We top 5, every single one. So however they do it, Georgia, Ohio State, Georgia, however it go, I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? Yeah, listen, man.
Listen, man. I know Daytona. Look, dude.
Listen, man.
We had that game. Stefanski didn't want to run the ball. We were getting 4 yards of carry. He decided to throw a ball. He decided to literally do the Pete Carroll move. I'm going to throw it when I can just run it and get the first down. Even though I'm not.
So we back to NFL. All right, we back to it. So since you brought up Stefanski, man, how do you really feel about him, man? The job he's doing, where he headed, how you think this, like, what you think, man?
I'm okay right now. I'm going to let him play this out. See how the year ends.
You okay?
Well, the year's going to end, and that's when the change will happen.
Yeah,
you got to let it play out, because he's called some good stuff. They tailor-made this playbook. Him and Deshaun and AVP. You got to see what happens.
Right.
My problem is some of these calls he's made are crazy. But hey, if that pick 6 happens, if Cam Mitchell takes that pick 6 and runs, this isn't talked about. If PJ Walker gets the ball to Jerome Ford and doesn't throw it at his feet, this isn't talked about. If Adams doesn't headbutt the ball 100 miles into the air and Tyreek Woolen, it happens to land in his hands, we aren't talking about it right now. We're talking about the Browns winning, but
yeah.
Stefanski, he's got to get better with his play calling with certain issues, but I'm good.
All right, I want to go back to college real quick. Washington, they squeaked out a win against Stanford. That Stanford wide receiver, boy, 9 catches, 146. Like, they quarterback went crazy. Penix, he did what Penix does, 369, 4 touchdowns, interception. But I think they have a problem. I think Washington got a secondary problem.
Yeah,
listen, they winning games, they undefeated 8-0. Ain't nothing I can say about them right now, but it's gonna come a game where they just not gonna have enough to win that game, man. Oregon just beat the brakes off of Utah. Like, Oregon beat the brakes.
They made that second string quarterback look real bad, boy.
Oh,
and I think they needed to. I think they wanted that game more than Utah did because they knew if Oregon loses that game, that's the end of their season.
USC won 40-39 against California, bro. Like,
trash.
I think Oregon is still going. I think Oregon, Utah ain't. After getting beat like that, no. Like, I think they're gonna beat Washington now. I mean, I think Washington might beat them now. I didn't think like I said, if they beat Oregon, because they play Washington coming up this week. So I said if they beat Oregon, then I think they can beat, but they got their asses whooped. I don't think they're gonna beat Washington now. That was bad. That was bad. Bro, that was not good at all. Colorado got blasted by USC. Like, it's just not looking good. Arizona beat
UCLA,
Oregon.
you mean?
Yeah, UCLA, my bad. Oregon or Arizona beat Oregon State. Like, the Pac-12, they done for. They won't be in no big bowl. They'll be in the, I don't even think Washington will be Washington or Oregon. Maybe USC. I just don't know if USC I think they're gonna lose again.
USC isn't going to be around. None of them's going to be around.
Game, they losing that game. In the
Washington might be the only team that squeaks in.
Nah, Washington or Oregon. Washington or Oregon. Oregon's still alive.
Oklahoma losing. The Kansas knocks them the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, the Jayhawks. Yeah.
Jayhawks won that game. Texas is still strong. They played strong without Ewers.
Yeah.
And again, it's going to be a crazy finish to see who gets in the end. If these four teams continue on their path. Well, Ohio State and Michigan play each other, so that's going to be a toss-up there. But if these teams continue doing their thing, it doesn't change what happens. You just have to wait.
North Carolina lost again, too. They lost to Georgia Tech.
I know, dude. That is crazy.
Yeah, man.
That is crazy.
A lot of stuff going on, man. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing these rankings tonight. But we had a good fight that I thought Tyson Fury lost. Or should have lost, but when you really look at it, Ngannou, he did enough to probably get the win. If it went either, it was a very close decision. But I think Tyson Fury, he just did a little more work. But
he outboxed.
Yeah, he did a little more.
I mean, his jabs. He outboxed Ngannou. Ngannou had the knockdown, but he outboxed.
Yeah,
punching wise, all that wise, he outdid him. But again, if you look at it, that knockdown just rings in your head like that should never happen.
If he stick with it, if Ngannou stick with boxing and really take it serious for a few years, I think he might get somewhere. I don't know how he not a young spring chicken, but he can get some wins under his belt, man. Get some big fights, man. Because he fought a great fight. What did I say? He gonna get beat down. I said it. He was gonna get when we first heard about it and talked about it. I said it. He don't have a chance. He about to get his head beat off, but Tyson Fury, you can knock him down. He gonna get up and you let him outbox you. He's still gonna win, even though Deontay Wilder knocked him down twice and he still won.
Listen, Ngannou has a hell of a chin because he took shots from Fury.
He did. Yeah, he
dude.
did.
If that was anybody else, they would have been knocked out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There was some right that came across Ngannou's straight jawline, and Ngannou. I mean, you saw him get dazed, but he didn't go. And it was just like, man, dude, if that was anyone else, this would have been over already.
Yeah. You think Tyson gonna lose his belt anytime soon?
Nah, when he fights Usyk, whether it's gonna be in December like they were talking,
I think Usyk can beat him, man.
Then January, I think Fury wins that, and he does. He already said he's got 2 left. He's gonna fight Usyk, and then he's gonna rematch with Usyk.
Yeah,
that's it. And then he said he's done.
I think Usyk gonna beat him, man.
I mean, he might.
I'm gonna go.
But then again, that rematch happens, and then I think it could go 1-1. But if they do 1-1, they have to do a rubber. So
listen, I think Usyk get him the first fight, and Tyson get him the second fight.
And then they're gonna have to do a rubber. There's no way they just go out on.
They're gonna have to do a third fight, bro. You gotta add a third one.
Yeah, there ain't no way you go out on that.
Well, we gotta come on, man. You can't split and not have a trilogy. That's how trilogies are made.
And I think that's what'll happen.
Yeah,
I think that could happen.
Yeah, ain't the World Series going on right now?
Yeah, Rangers are up 2-1 in that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't really be watching baseball. The next season, I'm gonna watch it a little bit more so we can talk a little bit more about it.
Rangers are up 2-1. To be honest, I would love the Rangers to win this. I mean,
Yeah,
be honest, either team. Arizona hasn't won since when they beat the Yankees in what was it, 2000 or 01?
Wasn't that Randy Johnson them?
Yeah, Randy Johnson and them when they won back then.
That was my boy, man.
And then, I mean, the Rangers are a nice young team. I like them. I do like them because, again, they came out of nowhere. They weren't supposed to be here by any means, and they made it here, and I give it to them. I would love for them to win just because, again, they're that team.
Get the Reds or the Guardians in the World Series, please.
Yeah, that can happen.
Can the Guardians go back to the Indians? Why they gotta be?
Yes, that's what needs to happen.
Why the Commanders gotta be the Redskins, man? I mean, the Redskins gotta be the Commander. Come on, man.
Well, you see, the Native American Association suing to get that back because they had that Indian they put on there was an actual Indian, like an actual chief.
And you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy? The times we live in, everybody want to be sensitive and all this stuff. They didn't have a problem with that. They felt like that represented them. They have a team. Nobody
had a problem with any of these teams being called this.
Yes.
Nobody did. It was white people that had it. That's the crazy. That was a white people thing.
I ain't want to be the one to say it, but
I'll be the one to say it.
Yeah, because you're white. You're supposed to be.
Nah, I'm not white.
Oh, Italian or
don't stand me up in that shit.
That's still white. All right, you my blaze
mocha.
Black. I don't know, but we appreciate y'all, man. We really do. It's a new experience, a new journey. Hopefully this Roku TV thing go well. I'm hoping y'all enjoyed the lineup today. Every Tuesday, I hope y'all enjoy the lineup every Tuesday. Make sure y'all tune in.
Listen, this lineup's every day. Look for
it. Every day. Okay.
Northeast Sports.
Okay, Northeast Sports. But not only do y'all don't just share, because we trying to reach everybody. We want to reach y'all's people. You know, you never know what can come from this, man. If we can build this up, we can give y'all more. You know what I mean?
Northeast Sports. Let's talk sports. Sideline Sports, dude. Everybody out here, we're trying to do something.
Media. Let's go, man. We got a conglomerate. We trying to build this up, man. Anybody that tuned in, anybody that tuned in or tunes in, later down to whatever, because when it's out, you can watch it, whatever. We appreciate it. We always appreciate it. We hope more people show up and continue to show up. This is a great thing, and I think it's gonna go far. I think we own something. It's like a conglomerate now. But real quick before we leave, how you feel about this right now? Like real quick, because we only got like a minute. So.
Hey, listen, I feel great. Yeah. I feel like it's nowhere but up.
And I'm with him on that. And with that being said, we'll see y'all next week, Tuesday. If you watch the Wednesday show, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, comment.
Smash that button.
Yep. Salute. Check out Sideline Sports. Let's Talk Sports. Northeast Sports. All the networks. You see it. All of them.
See it all.
Yes. So see y'all next time. Salute.